It's the bus stop, swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like shit and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, it's the bus stop, talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action, so take a ride with us if you DJ and a rapping. No capping, staying linked in, bringing sports and rap news, stats news, and talking Denver Zuzu. And we ain't hard to find, we on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini and Statik got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man, we just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady Sports.
Shady Sports, you know what it is. It's the bus stop, and the Knicks have finally won the finals. Literally. And I know at least my lifetime, I know for sure in your lifetime, Stat, we have not seen this. We thought we were going to see it a million times before, but nope. And it finally happened with the most, in my opinion, unlikeliest of casts. I know, Statik, I know you saw this coming the entire time. You're the only one that sat there preaching for the Knicks. Literally, we got it on tape, guys, going back to before the playoffs started. You saying that the Knicks are going to be the ones to come out. Like you had the magic ball. I'm sure you're sitting on a pile of cash right now, too. But yeah, man, go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, talk your talk, man, and go ahead and get that shout out in.
I had a feeling, man. I had a feeling. You know, they won the in-season tournament championship, and they're the first team to do that and go straight into it with the NFL Finals championship. You know, it was something that I had seen, but it's also another prediction I had about the Spurs being the best turnaround team from last year. You know, they were the bottom of the Western Conference last year to the top, the very top. They're the pinnacle of the Western Conference. And it's just crazy to see, you know, both of those kind of come to fruition with, you know, what I was seeing from last year, beginning of this season into the regular seasons, All-Star weekend. It was a slow development, but it was something that I was pretty confident in, knowing that these two teams were, you know, something to be looked at. Everyone kind of overlooked them with Wemby being injured last year, not sure of his return, not sure what that injury meant. But, you know, it all led up to what we've seen in this NBA Finals, which was, you know, the two best teams going at it. Everyone can, you know, debate and say that OKC would have taken it to New York, but they had to make it past the Spurs. It's the team, it's the best out of 7 series, and you've seen the best team out of that 7-game series, and that was the Spurs. So that's not debatable. They came out of that with the wins. They came out of it to go to the finals. They had their chance, and they're still a young team. The Spurs are a scary team for years and years and years to come. This is nothing to take away from what they've achieved this season. They have the best turnaround record I think I've seen in my lifetime, for sure. I've never seen a team go from where they were at the bottom to the finals the next year. And so the Spurs are something that that other teams have to look out for these upcoming years. You know, for a minute there, it was, how do you beat the Nuggets? We got to develop a team to beat the Nuggets. We got to now develop a team to beat OKC. And now it's the Spurs, really. Everyone's got to look out, how do you beat the Spurs? And if you can figure that out, then you'll be the top of the Western Conference. But, you know, the top team, the one sitting on the top of the mountain with the Larry O'Brien right now, is the New York Knicks. And, you know, that's something that I seen before the beginning of the playoffs, where I seen they had a unique system. They had a unique set of players that knew how to work together. They all have the best camaraderie I've seen out of an NBA team in a long time, where they all know each other so well. They know where they're going to be. They know what they need to do. Cat was pretty much the final piece that they were missing. And, you know, it was kind of crazy to see that happen when, you know, he left the Wolves. It was not a trade I seen coming, but I knew it was a trade that the Knicks really needed to get over the hump. and really develop a experienced team that's going to take them a long way for a long time. And the Knicks are right there with them, with the Spurs in terms of, being a team to have to beat for the years to come as well. They're also very young, they're not as young as the Spurs, but they're not going away anytime soon. So it's one of those things where I'm happy to see where the NBA is going with this whole no back-to-back champions. I know we're going to touch on that in a minute with the New York Knicks if they have a possibility of that, but this is 10 years now that we have seen a different champion, and that's something I'd love to see in a sport. It's hard to see a team just dominate year after year after year after year. It becomes repetitive, it becomes stagnant, it becomes the standard, and I like what I'm seeing out of the NBA where, you're not seeing that. You get that with the NFL. You had the Chiefs for a while. Now they're starting to become this whole switch up every year of a different champion. Nobody expected the Seahawks to be the Super Bowl champions right now and going in as defending champions into this next season. But the NBA, they've been struggling with viewership and whatnot and everything, but that's more, it's not on an excitement basis. It's really off of a referee basis and these missed calls and this and that. And it's something that the NBA has to figure out at some point in time if they want to improve viewership. But from what I see from like a champions standpoint, I love what I see in the NBA. I love seeing these new teams come out. I love seeing the unexpected start to become expected, and that being, a new champion every year.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, though. It felt like the Spurs are going to win every single game in this series, though. I will not lie. Even this last one, that was super low scoring. What was it, like 34-40 or something at halftime? One of the lowest scoring finals at halftime since I think they said since the Lakers and someone else. But yeah, it's totally unexpected. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, I guess literally the Knicks just embodied the entire, state of New York in this series, just the grit and the grind, this entire playoff run, I'd say, right? It started off, against Atlanta, you're just like, oh man, are they gonna make it out of the first round? I was quick to say, they were the weakest team in the East. I kept saying it the entire time, putting them as the weakest team, in my opinion, in the playoffs, and they're the ones who came out on top. They go down to 7 against Atlanta, and you think, oh man, they're about to pull it off. CJ McCollum might get his, next thing you know, they're going through and then easily sweeping the Cavs. Like, did not see that. What was their second round game? What was the second round game? Oh no, was it the Cavs? No, because the Cavs beat Detroit. They played Atlanta. Let's see this right here. I got the bracket right here, actually. So the Knicks struggled against the Hawks. They still won that series, though, 4-2. Then, they swept the 76ers. Forgot about that. I forgot about that series. Yeah.
Because nobody watched it. Nobody cares about the 76ers.
Yeah, they swept the 76ers, swept the Cavs. So it's just like they were picking up steam the entire playoff series, and I did not see it coming.
Yeah, they had momentum heavily on their side. It was one of those things where the East has been going pretty tough, honestly. They've been getting better and better, with, how the Pacers were looking a couple years back.
Mm-hmm.
The Hawks were kind of just that oddball in there that did pretty good this season. They surprised me. I did not expect them to make it as far as they did.
They're going to get better.
Yeah, and everyone expects the Celtics to be there, but they did not expect, the Celtics to just one and done in the first round, which was pretty surprising. Same with, on our side with the Nuggets. Nuggets were like those ones that were expected to go pretty far and deep, do a deep run, but they didn't go very far. Didn't make it out of the first round. Trailblazers being the Western Conference, like, kind of stand out where it's just not to be expected really, but they made it up there.
Well, what hurts more too about the Nuggets is that we don't have a plan. Like, we don't have a plan. You can look at Atlanta and you see, like, they got, their younger players that they drafted, their first round picks that they're drafted, and they're ready to turn the reins over to, getting rid of Trae Young and moving on. So yeah, we can, move on from Jamal Murray, but what's the plan moving forward, right? Unless we're getting a haul of like first round picks that we're really going to try to do something with. And then you got to wait for those first round picks to grow, right? You got to get those seeds and plant them and water them. Like, we don't have anything going into like these next couple years as that's like a true plan outside of Jamal Murray and Joker, which is why I feel like they haven't done much and they don't look to do much because they don't know what to do. Like, what can we do? And you see like OKC, you know, right at that age, right, where they're starting to hit their prime and they're blossoming. You see the Spurs already hitting their stride and going with it, right? You still got freaking Utah and their young team over there. You still got freaking Portland growing up over under Dame Lillard. Like, all these other teams have plans going forward with their youth movement and their younger players. And we have our group of younger players from, you know, 10, 12 years ago that we haven't done anything else with since.
Yeah, exactly. What would be your solution if you could switch up anything with free agents that are going out this season? What would you like to see the Nuggets do this year that you think would heavily improve what's going on here?
I mean, I would like them try to turn Jamal Murray into a younger, you know, higher potential version of himself, right? Like, maybe someone that's not necessarily better than him at this moment, but they have potential to grow and be better than him in the next year or so, right? Like, they can still play at as well, and someone that's going to be a lot more consistent. Like, it doesn't have to be, I don't know, it doesn't have to be a superstar if it comes along with picks. If we can get early picks along with it, it doesn't have to be a star, in my opinion, right? Like, or, you know, maybe try to flip Gordon into like a younger point guard to back up Murray that can truly take the reins over in a couple of picks instead of maybe trying to flip him into a true superstar, you know, for a true superstar. I would try to get some picks and a younger player that can come and help out in the guard position. It doesn't necessarily have to be a point guard, but somebody that could play point if needed, but hopefully someone that can shoot, because Christian Brown can't shoot, right? And doesn't seem like they're going to be getting rid of him. So you know, I'm trying to keep Peyton Watson around too. I want Peyton Watson in that 3 spot for reals, and he probably have to play in that 4 spot if we get rid of Gordon. But because we still got, and I don't know, they're gonna have to figure out something with Cam. We just have too much money for too many players. It's just like what we had with MPJ. It's just spread out a little bit more right now. Like, we have too much money spread out on players that we don't need. When really, I just want a younger point guard or a younger guard that can come in and back up or take over those reins for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I hate to say it, but I think, you know, what I would like to see is Christian Brown in a different jersey, clear that contract. I did not agree with it in the first place when they gave him that contract. You know, my biggest opinion was that he is overpaid, and he really hadn't earned it or deserved it yet. They gave him that the same time they gave him a starting position. I mean, he had been a bench player coming off the bench all the way up before that, and really he didn't prove himself as a starter in order to make that starter money. And I think they have to take the loss there, just like they did with MPJ, and realize that they made a bad decision at too soon of a time, and they got to fix that by clearing that contract or restructuring the contract altogether. Get with him, sit him down with his agent, and be like, hey, you know, this is what it is. We'd love to keep you here, but at this amount, we have to do a restructuring if we want to be a winning team. Do you want to be on a winning team and make decent money, or do you want to, you know, go somewhere else and they can pay you? It's that simple.
Because it's really becoming like slowly, but I don't know, and I'm sure they'll figure a way out of it. They'll have to dump and load everyone, but it really is becoming a really unbearable, crazy situation. Because if we do go into that like that second tier, then we do lose our ability to trade and try to pick up draft picks and actually rebuild the team, and then we're stuck with all these Asian players just waiting for them to age out. And who knows, at any moment the Joker could just be like, you know what, I'm done. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the end of the season. It could be any moment. It's like, you know what, I'm good. Like, that's the scary part about it too. And then if that happens, we don't have nothing to rebuild. What are we doing?
Yeah, they just rushed into too many things. You know, my heavy opinion was Christian Brown's contract. Another one being David Adelman. I don't think he's prepped to be a head coach. I think he's an
No.
amazing assistant coach. Amazing assistant coach. He's there. He's solid. If there's ever a time where our head coach gets ejected, David Adelman's right there to clean up the mess and all that. But it's one of those things where we need a Mike Malone back. The Nuggets, it's just sad to see how things transition like that, where
Mhm.
I feel like emotions got the best of both sides when it came down to Mike Malone's release and all that. And
Well, I just feel like the Joker just got tired of being used as much as he was used. That's what it was. They should have, instead of getting rid of Mike Malone, they should have really did bring in all of these new players. Mike Malone did have a thing against playing younger players, but he had a vision. That's why. That's what I loved about it. He knew what his vision was. David Adelman's just like, okay, go along with it. It's like that one meme where it's the picture and it's like, I did my part, and it's like, I did my part, and the guy's like, I did that, you know. And you got that. You got like Sean McVay with the Rams, like, I did my part, and you got like Bednar with the, you know, with the Avs, like, I did my part, and you got David Adelman right there, like, I don't even know where I'm at, man. You know, like it's and I'm waiting to see, like, even the Avalanche made great moves, so I'm hoping to see that carries over to the Nuggets. But it's just like every move they make is not. It's just a move to say that, hey, we made a move, and it's the move. It's a move in the direction that we want. Yeah, we wanted a backup center, and yeah, we wanted to replace MPJ, and yeah, this and that, but it's not the moves that they can really truly make. Like, I'm trying to see a freaking Myles Garrett type trade on the Nuggets right now. Let's see Jamal Murray get out of here and go bring in, like, you know, like a I don't know, a Cade Cunningham, or I'm serious. Like, and it sounds crazy, but I'm saying, like, go and get one of these guys. Like, the window is now, and all it takes is consistency and support, and the Joker will carry you there over all of these guys. But it's not going to happen if it doesn't happen in this next year, the year after that, because everyone else is only getting better.
Yeah, and we have all the cards. We have, you know, all the chips. We all literally we can move all-star with Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, who, you know, his accolades speak for themselves. The past 2 seasons, or the first 2 seasons, he's gone without
He's the leader of the
championship.
team. He's the leader of the team.
Yeah, and then we have, you know, those other randoms. We have, you know, Najee, Zeke Najee. Like, that's 3 guys right there that we could just put up there and be like, hey, we'll trade you these 3 for your all-star that everybody wants, you know, right then and there. We could do that for,
and we'll give you $1 million.
Right. We could do that for a Giannis or something like that. And it's sad to see us not.
I don't know why we're
not
not going for Giannis right now.
Yeah,
that would be the combo right there. Joker, Giannis, and Peyton Watson. That's all we need. Put some Randalls around them. We're winning.
Yeah, that's a scary trio right there, and it'd be I'd love to see those 3 faces on the posters on the outside of Ball Arena. Like, that right there is gonna pull me to a game. I'm paying. I don't care how much tickets are. Give me front row.
I don't care. Let's go. And we're getting at least one championship, and I will take it. I will take that one championship with pride. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, I want to see effort. I want it to be known that they are going after a championship. Look at the Broncos. What do? Okay, Sean Payton, we're gonna align your contract with freaking George Payton, and we're gonna freaking right, and we're gonna have you guys in the same linked contract. Because we're ready to go, and we're going to have the contract end the year right before our new stadium is supposed to open. So you know what? Either you want us a championship and you're going to bring in a new stadium, or we're bringing in a new coach and a new GM at the same time. But either way, they got that, and they gave Pat Surtain money, meaning, hey, they locked up their 3 core pieces. Now everything else is just icing on the cake, right? Nobody should be mad in these next 2 to 3 years about anything money related. They're about to give Bo Nix a massive contract as long as he plays out. Like, it's just showing. They're showing, like, okay, we're ready to go win right now, right? Like, I don't know. The Nuggets, I don't get it. It's like they feel like a team that just doesn't know what winning is.
Yeah, it's really hard. Like, you would not think that this was a championship team, you know, just 3 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's difficult to watch and see, but, you know, it takes the franchise. It takes the ownership to really just lay down the hammer and say, you know what, this is what it's going to be, and stop letting, players pull LeBron and just dictate what they want and what their vision is, and just knowing what you need to do. And that's one thing that, the championship GM for the Denver Nuggets did well. He didn't have Jokic running their timeout huddles. He didn't have Jokic out there coaching or anything like that with Mike Malone. Like, no, the coach, the GM, overseeing everything. There wasn't these players that are, criticizing each other and trying to advise each other and coach each other. Like, no, it was none of that. It was just a team doing what they do best and going with the vision that was given to them, not that they see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's wild too, because it'll be hard to find a Mike Malone type coach unless he's younger or unless he has a lot of experience and is older.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna find like that coach right now.
Absolutely,
I mean, heck, we're just all in the finals. What happens, right? When you don't have that experience. Freaking, what's his name? Mitch Johnson or whatever. The Spurs coach had all the talent in the world. These guys were up by 90 points. There was only 2 seconds left on the clock. They were up by 3,000 points and still lost the game. Like, I don't understand what happened.
Yeah, all they had to do was run some clock out. All they had to do was call the timeouts when they needed to. All they had to do was get the fouls so that they could just go straight to the line. They didn't have to do anything else other than that.
That's what experienced coaching does, right? They come and they tell you these things. They don't wait for it to be dictated or hope that it happens and say, well, we should have done this. They call a timeout and they make sure the player knows exactly what they need to do, whether it's Michael Jordan or whether it's Tony Kukoc. Like, we don't care who the player is. They're going to coach them up and they're going to tell them exactly where they need to be from that experience. And I feel like we saw the best example of that, of a coaching masterclass from Mike Brown, in this series. Like, just putting players where they need to be, bringing players in, taking players out when they need it. They went through 4 centers by the second quarter in the third game of the series or fourth game of the series. They're pulling centers out of their pocket. Mike Brown was just pulling centers out of the stands and putting them in the game for a minute, 30 seconds here and there, just to get, Cat had 2 points in this closeout game. Granted, Jalen had 45 points, you know what I mean? But still, like,
it's just crazy. Yeah, it's just that coaching management, really, honestly, and just making sure that your players have that longevity to them. They have those break. He just knows his players well. He knows when he needs to pull them for a second, give them the breathers. He knows what they need to do and strive in to get those wins, really. And that's exactly what he did. He used Cat for what Cat needed that night. And, Cat had, like you said, on 23 minutes, had 2 points, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block. But those were pivotal, obviously, clearly. And he used it for what he needed to. You're not going to be the star of this game, but you're going to win us this championship. All of them contributed exactly what they needed to, and it went their way. And that's where that experience comes in. Yeah.
Teammates of the year.
Yeah, it's crazy to see, OG with that tip that's going to be spoken about for years to come, honestly, that tip in the game 4. Because Spurs had it. They had it, and they're up 29 points. 29 How do you blow that? How do you blow that?
There was something I was watching. It was saying how, like, on the Knicks team, the guys that won a ring before the stars they played with, like Jalen Brunson, right? He won a ring before Luka. Cat, he won a ring before Jimmy Butler. Who else? Mikal Bridges played with Dame. He won a ring before him. Gosh, who's the other one? There's one more player. It'll come to me. And then, like, just like I don't know, just like the things around this game. And then, like, how they talk. I was watching something else. How I was like saying how, like, OG Anunoby, when he was young, he watched Kawhi hit that game winner against the 76ers, that 3 that, like, tipped up and, like, took forever to go in, and then he come out and he have his own game winner in game 3. It's just so much stuff. It's like, dang, okay, that's pretty cool.
Right. And it's cool to see that this finals series had that moment as well with Anunoby tip. I feel like
That's what I'm
that's going to be
saying.
that
Yeah.
moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be that
That
moment. That's his Kawhi moment.
That was wild. I think I think we're about to see the Spurs just close out so many. They're about to close out so nasty next season. Like that's gonna be their main focus is closing out games. They're about to be almost deadly with the closeout because they just gave it up, man. De'Aaron Fox will not be closing out games next season. I think Dylan Harper will probably be their closeout point guard moving forward for sure. I don't know what that was, man. How are you like a 12, 25-year vet and you don't know to dribble out? Like,
that's all he had to do. He went for a layup.
It's not all on him, but that moment's on him.
Absolutely. And that's been spoken about pretty heavily, honestly, is how do you let that moment slide? Like, how do you let something like that happen? Like, yeah, I don't see De'Aaron Fox staying on the team after that, really.
I think, I don't know. I think they'll keep, we'll see. We'll see. You better hope they keep him. That's his only chance at a ring. Because where do you go? Where do you go from there? If they get rid of him after this, where does he go?
Utah.
No, Utah's gonna have a good team, man. Utah's gonna have a good team next year. Watch.
Phoenix.
There's gonna be 25 good teams in the NBA next season. They're all gonna be number 1 seeds. It's gonna be a hard season next year.
The Sixers.
Oh, that's who it was. Who played with what's his name in Phoenix? Who's from Phoenix? No, Mikal Bridges was in Phoenix. And then what's the 2 guard for New York? What's his name? He was in Portland.
Damn,
It'll come to me. Either way, they all 4 won rings before the stars they played with, which is wild because I don't think Jimmy Butler's gonna get a ring.
I don't think he is either.
Yeah, I don't think he will. Unless he goes to like LA with Luka.
But
Luka's gonna get a ring for sure.
You think so? In LA?
LA?
In LA, he's gonna get a ring?
Because LA does what needs to be done to put a championship team together.
You're not wrong. But
So
what does that move look like?
Help.
Is it going to be the year after LeBron retires?
Luka, new Jalen Brunson. Oh, yeah, because then they get more money to work with. So it's going to have to be after they get that LeBron money off their books. Unfortunately, I don't think LeBron's winning a championship anymore.
Do you think Bronny stays on the team when LeBron retires?
Heck no.
Do you think he goes back to G League? Do you think he goes to another team?
I don't know if any other teams would take him. I think it's kind of like Shador. They kind of get that Shador treatment where it's like it's your one shot.
Nepo baby situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe unless he has a resurgence, unless he really comes out and like shows something off the bench, not just like minutes he was given, but like shows like because I'm pretty sure his work ethic is there, right? He has nothing to do but have a work ethic. It's not like he has to worry about anything, right? So, I'm pretty sure his work ethic is there. Yeah, right. He's trying to get a movie and stuff. And that's the thing, though, but that's the truth. Like, he doesn't need basketball. And I don't know if it's a matter of basketball doesn't need him either, right? So it's just a matter of if someone wants him. That's it.
Right. And I don't know a team that would want to carry that I don't even know how to word it or put it, but it's a burden.
If it's after LeBron retires, you get that de facto coach maybe around, right? Like, or maybe your team with your smaller market, you get that base that you want, that pull from LeBron James being around the place, right? Like, so It could help, but then at the same time, too, though, I guess it wouldn't go down all the way like that, right?
Right. Yeah, no, I think Luka has his team for good. I don't think Lakers will ever move off of Luka.
No.
They're pretty.
And I think
know
with Bronny, too, it'll be a situation like the Ball brothers too, where it'll be Bryce who actually comes out and who actually does something in the NBA.
And Bryce is looking good. Bryce looks solid as a player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think it'll be more like that, and then we'll see Bronny kind of do his thing in maybe another direction. I'm not saying he'll come out with a rap album,
but he might end up. But he might end up in Chicago. I hear you.
He might end up in Chicago for sure. I could see him going to. I could see LeBron be like, "Go to Chicago, son, and break all Jordan records for me." Try to, right? So I could see him. If he gets good, apparently he's not that good. So I think he needs to get good first.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Who's your immediate? Too early to tell team to go make a long run next year on both sides for East and West.
Oh man, they got OKC in New York as one on East and West next year, which I mean I don't see any reason to count out OKC. They're just gonna come back hungrier with more ways to get fouled. So I could see them being up there. The Spurs, man, they just got that Wemby mentality. I really like Wemby's mentality, right? Like they're not going to give up. But I mean, the Nuggets are always that team in the regular season that nobody wants to see. We always, for some reason, do pretty good. So I got the Nuggets up there as my way too early number one team coming out of the West. All we need is one shooter. As Cam Johnson hits, that's fire.
Right.
If Peyton Watson hangs around, it's okay. It's still not enough to beat. I don't know. It's hard, man, in the West. But as you see, it doesn't matter who wins the West, right? You get a scrappy East team come and slap them around for 5 games and take that shit back home. So yeah. Out of the East though, that one's a bit hard because man, come on now. I thought the Celtics were supposed to be winning, right? I thought. Look at Detroit. They finally figured out what they needed to do. The Cavs, they're going to bring back. Harden got arrested. We'll see.
Harden got arrested.
Yeah, he just had a firearm on his
an unholstered firearm being publicly displayed.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna. It was $100 bond.
Yeah.
So it's nothing serious, but he may be re-signing back with the Cavs, which is more than likely, right? So it's I mean, honestly, the NBA is looking good for a foreseeable future. Quite honestly, like I think we got a chance to see some good ball. We're in an era where there's a good amount of superstars and a really healthy amount of stars around the league. And as far as the youth, go ahead.
I was going to say these drafts have been heavy with basketball, more than any other sport, really, like where you get some young players coming out doing real good. Cooper Flagg, he was a beast last year.
And that's what I was about to say. And I was going to say, fortunately, those stars have also been the young players. So it's like, I mean, it's a good spot, right? We still got, we haven't even talked about the Mavericks, right? Like as far as the West, like they're looking to load up, right? They got those picks from the Anthony Davis trade. So they're going to be looking to load up. I mean, heck, like it could go either way, man. Like, and honestly, the way it's looking, it used to be the regular season doesn't matter. The regular season is about to matter because you're going to want that, not only that playoff positioning, but you don't want to be in that play-in tournament, right? Like you don't want to have those extra games to have to try to get to the championship game because that's a long way up the ladder. And also at the same time, if you're one of those teams that's a French team, you want to get to those play-in games, right? Like your goal is to make it to the play-in tournament. So you are scrapping and fighting and looking to knock off whoever you can, which makes it so amazing. I think the NBA is in a good spot right now for sure.
Yeah, they got to run with it. They got to their marketing is pretty decent mostly. I think it's really just trying to define how these plays go when there's missed calls. They need to develop some type of system. I mean, you have baseball with this new pitch count and being able to challenge pitches that are trying to innovate MLB again and make it more player fan friendly in a sense of not seeing these referees and umpires just ruin games and switching it up how they want to call it. You have football with, the challenges, before challenges happen. It was rough football out there where, calls were missed and it was remembered for ages. And now you can challenge plays. You could do this. You could do that. You can get additional challenges if you win both your challenges. But there's also consequences if you don't get those challenges. You got basketball that can, look back at a play and challenge a play. There's just a lack of holding these referees accountable when they're just letting their emotions get the best of them in basketball. And that's what's really killing the viewership, in my opinion. And personally with me, where I see these referees just get in their feelings, where they're just making technical calls on a player because the player threw the ball at them unintentionally and all that, and they get their feelings hurt. Like, take your emotions out of it. You are a referee. You are highly criticized, sometimes more than players are.
Well, they're supposed to be like that mediator, right? Like, they're supposed to be that even-killed voice in the game. Like, the players are the ones who are supposed to be getting emotional. Like, this is the moment that they're in. You're supposed to be watching and making sure that it stays in line. So, yeah, definitely should not be getting emotional, and I think it takes a lot away from the game. We had, what was it, like, it was like 2 or 3 years ago when LeBron had big beefs with a ref. I forget who it was. I think it like spilled over to like social media even, and like stuff like that shouldn't happen. Like,
there should never be in a post-game interview a referee being called out by a player.
Never.
And that's one of those challenges that the NBA just got to figure out. And it's hard. What I get, I understand and get, that these referees and umpires and their union, and so they're a little more protected. But at the same time, I mean, nothing's permanent. Nothing's ever figured out. Nothing's ever solidified. I mean, it's just the NBA working with these unions to figure out a better way to develop this league and make sure that it's the best it can be, and it's going back to because I loved what I seen in the finals with whoever they put as referees in these games. They let them play. They didn't call nearly every flag or every foul that they could have, and they didn't let their emotions get the best of them. We need more of that through a consistency, not just because it's the finals, but just overall for the game's overall development. They need to make sure that there's consistency within how these fouls are called and was this technical justifiable. Hold them accountable. Hold these referees more accountable, and you'll see a lot more engagement with viewers and fans, and you'll see sold out shows. You'll see sold out games. You'll see all these fans being like, no, this is the basketball I'm used to. It's taking it back to the 90s, early 2000s, where it was rough and tough. You got players playing through injuries. You got them wanting to do all these stuff. Like, they try to do this whole 60. It's almost becoming like petty with these whole 65 game minimums to be award nominees and this and that. I get the thought process behind it, but at the same time, like, it's a good start to something that needs to continue.
Yeah, and then they just passed that anti-tanking rule as well too. Let's see if I can pull that up here. Where they
the manager features a 3-2-1 lottery system.
They expanded a 16-team lottery. They flattened the odds, so I think like you get better lottery picks based off how you win, as opposed to how you lose.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's a good system for sure. Because I mean, you got teams like the Wizards where they purposely bench players and all that. They did the whole trade for Trey and didn't play him, let him just kind of sit out there so they can get a better lottery pick. And so it prevented us from seeing, what these teams have to offer. It lowers the players' value overall. And it's really not even on the player so much because it's a team decision. And, there's players like Trae Young that his trade value, he's not being talked about much because we didn't see him at the end of last season. And it's because Wizards want to build I get the thought behind it, but at the same time, is it fair? Does it make sense? Is it logical in overall NBA viewership? I mean, people know this, they see this, and it kills people wanting to be involved and want to actually participate and go into these games and watch them on TV. Nobody's watching the Wizards right now. Nobody's looking at them.
Actually, speaking of the Wizards, did you see? I saw some video. It was like what's his name? Basante, AJ, the projected #1 draft pick, and he was talking to I think a guard or someone from the Wizards, and he was just saying like, he was telling me, he's like, don't worry, like what you guys are making the playoffs next year. And the guard was like, it was hard, man. Like, we didn't have no big plays. And he's like, don't worry, when I get there, I'm making the playoffs. He's like, you guys may not want to make the playoffs. I'm making the playoffs. So we'll see if did they already do the pick order?
Yes, they have, I believe. NBA.
The Wizards got the first pick.
I think they do.
Right? It's wherever Anthony Davis goes, gets the first pick, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Washington.
Wizards, Jazz, Memphis, Chicago. Who is
Memphis has quite a bit of picks. But yeah, Jazz got a good young squad, man. We're about to see a different NBA for sure, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. And it's good to see that they're trying to make some developments. I just want to see it continue. The Nuggets have the 26th overall pick. Yeah, and the Mavs, because they got first pick overall last year, have last pick this year.
Oh, we got 2 picks in the draft. Let's go. We got a second round too. All right. Well, maybe
it's crazy to think about because, I mean, Nuggets, man, we've been really hurting in drafts because of our whole decisions on trades and how we utilize our draft picks. So maybe we get lucky and we get something going there. That'd be good and nice and helpful.
That'd be tight. We'll see. But, we'll see. All right, I don't know, man. I'm just tired of our core. I don't know. It's just been so long, right? I guess we have one championship to show for it, so at least we have that. I'll give you that. But I feel like 2, right? 2 is like the minimum for keeping this core this long. It's time to break it up.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's just something that's been a long time coming, honestly, in terms of stagnating. I mean, we really stagnated, and it's either a big change, even if it goes downhill and south for a minute, Denver will appreciate the effort. We're not expecting immediate change, but we are expecting change.
Let's see. It says my personal realistic wishes for Nuggets offseason. Sign Swatson, match literally any offer. Trade Murray and Cam Johnson. Keep CB and AG. Sign Spencer Jones, David Roddy, Bogdan Bogdanovic on minimums. This leaves us in need of a starting point guard, backup point guard, starting level power forward, and backup center. Backup point guard and center can be acquired via trade or free agency. It means Murray and Cam trades need to get us back at least a starting point guard and power forward who will split minutes with AG. Probably it brings back some picks and money relief. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, if we can get a starting point guard, it doesn't have to be on Murray's level right now, but at least if we know like he can surpass Murray in the next like year or two, preferably the next year. Right now would be tight, which it does it. Do you think it takes a lot, really? Do you like realistically, like if they were to bring in another point guard right now, do you like where would you rate that point guard having to be for you to be like, okay, that's a replacement for Murray? I take.
That's a tough one, honestly. Just because I mean, and that's the most disappointing thing about Jamal Murray is, I mean, he's fully capable of playing
Mm-hmm.
long minutes, full games, minimal breaks, and bench time. And but I mean, it's just his consistency when he's out there. If we can get, and it's funny because I'm looking at Chat GPT of what their answer is to what would improve the
Or a
Nuggets.
two guard. So I would prefer Murray at two guard because he's a scorer, right? I love the scoring. We don't have any other score. Name another scoring option on the Nuggets out after Murray. You got the Joker, Murray,
And
and
it
then
was,
hopefully
it isn't, but it was supposed to be Christian Brown.
and I thought it was gonna be Cam Johnson. Wasn't
Aaron
it?
Gordon.
Turned
Aaron
out it
Gordon
was
has,
freaking what's his name off the bench? Tim Hardaway Jr.
yeah, and Aaron Gordon has his moments where he'll put up
Yeah,
a 30
yeah.
game, a 40 game. But there's just not that consistency, it's
And I don't
really,
mind keeping him though because he did get his shooting better.
yeah,
That's
absolutely. He
you
really,
can't get rid of that. But
yeah.
man, it's so hard to get rid of Murray because okay, I wouldn't mind keeping Murray as the two guard for sure. Like I said, if we could bring in a project as at point guard that has vision, that's a little bit taller, can see the court, can pass. I don't know if Murray passes the ball enough to anyone
Depends.
outside of Joker.
Yeah, that's it. That's the key right there. Is Murray has the ball, he's gonna shoot or he's gonna pass to Jokic. He ain't passing nobody
Mhm.
else.
Exactly.
And
And what's cooking up? What are the Nuggets doing when there's no Joker out there? What does it look like? It
it's everybody looking
looks
for
just like the
Jamal.
Spurs when there's no Wemby out there. The only difference is we're not 22 through 25.
Right, right.
Yeah.
According
So
to
I don't know. I don't
ChatGPT,
know what to do. I'm not.
yeah, according to
Let's see.
ChatGPT, goddamn. They say upgrade the bench with a trustworthy backup ball handler, another playoff caliber wing defender, and consistent shooting off the bench. Get peak Jamal Murray. It's funny how they state this.
Get peak Jamal Murray.
When Murray looks like the player who dominated the 2023 playoffs, Denver could be anybody.
Deadly for sure.
And then
But
it says,
he's getting farther away from that player.
yeah, definitely. And then it says stay healthy, keep developing their young wings, add one
Yeah.
more defensive difference maker.
Yep.
The teams Denver has struggled with recently, especially bigger, more athletic opponents, have exposed some defensive limitations, which is pretty spot on right there, honestly. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Give me a Stephon Castle type guard, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was my thought.
Stick to you 90 feet, bro. The whole court just guarding you up and down the court, can come back and shoot, can come back and take it to the goal. Like, why don't we have that? Like, okay, I know Murray can do that. He is definitely a slasher, but like his slashing is always hesitated. Like it's always a stop and spin before the rim.
Yeah, and it says on here, and the front office adds a couple more reliable rotation pieces. I think the rotation pieces need to be starters, and then we move the rotational pieces to Jamal Murray. He's coming off of the bench. He's not starting every game. Same with Christian Brown. Great bench player.
Can't do
Have
that
him off
though.
of the
Look how
bench.
much they're paying Jamal Murray. Look how much they're about to be paying Christian Brown. You're not paying that much money for off the bench though. That's the problem.
But then that's where you move. That's where you move up you trade other players for some potential lottery draft picks, and you hopefully get lucky. You get lucky in the draft, and you bring in those Stephon Castles out of a draft, and you move them to the starting role. They're on rookie contracts. They're on their first 2-3 year contract out of a rookie year, where you get super lucky like that, and it's kind of the cards that the Spurs ran with, and it's paid off for them, because then you're paying these starters low money and having this luxury and this option of having Jamal Murray and Christian Brown not have to be on the starting lineup. And it's just an ego thing where these players need to not have an ego about being moved to the bench. Do you want to win, or do you want how much money do you really need? Restructure your contract, help the team. Something that Tom Brady was really good at as an NFL quarterback. He at one point, in certain points, he would lower his own contract. He would go and take money out of his own pocket to give back to the team to go bring in that star player. It's a greed and an ego thing with a lot of these players and these teams, where it's just like, how much money do you need at the cost of the franchise?
I mean, Pat Mahomes did just get his contract extended to $500 million, first $500 million contract in the NFL. He'll be making about $67 million a year, they were saying.
Yeah.
So I mean, how much money do you need? If you can get it, you might as well get it, right? But yeah, my co-pilot said that Joker's the best player in the world.
Yeah, I'm sure ChatGPT would say the same, honestly, because he is. He is the best player in the world.
I didn't have to say it. It said when healthy, they're a top-tier team. But when they're not, the defense and chemistry drop fast, which we saw that literally from the beginning of the season, right? We saw the injuries hit right away. I think it was by like the 6th or 7th, 8th game of the season, we saw the injuries kick in. We saw Aaron Gordon happen to play at center, We saw, Christian Brown missed almost the entire season. So, yeah, it is true. But, gosh, man, I don't know. I just see all these other teams just, seems like they're not having these injury issues. And if they are, they're still carrying through like OKC and still winning the games they need to win. And you thought that would have helped us, but it's just like these plug-and-play pieces on the bench don't help either. Like, just as much as we build up the starters, we got to build up this bench too and have that cohesion. And you're seeing that from teams like the Knicks, right, where they have their Landry Shamits and, guys are like, where's this guy been? I didn't know, what the heck? They're coming out and they're getting solid minutes. Even again in the Timberwolves series, you saw Bones come in and dominate against us, getting those minutes off the bench. Like, not saying we weren't getting those, but we weren't getting those in the playoffs for sure. Like, we did not see that energy off the bench. I just felt like we were just as old coming off the bench, if not older than we are in our starting positions, and that was not helpful because you need that energy. You need that spark coming off the bench. And that's what Christian Brown was bringing, right? The championship season. That's what he brought off the bench was that spark, that energy, right? Like, and we don't have anybody bringing that in when they come in.
Yeah, Christian Brown is our best off-the-bench player.
Definitely.
He's definitely not a starter, though. Definitely not worth starter money. They rush.
Not even gonna be scared to shoot. Like, don't shoot, bro. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, because he has that energy. He's young. He has that energy where, he would come off the bench that championship year, and you'd see him go straight to the paint and dunk on, a 6'8", player, and that brought the energy. Everyone's just like, man, you see all those starting players on the bench getting their rest and all that, and they're hyped for Christian. What they do is swap out and they put the starters back in, and you see them all go up to him and just cheer him on as he goes to the bench. That's what we need. That's what we wanted. That's where we were at. And I've never had full faith in Christian Brown being a starter on the Denver Nuggets. He is our best bench player.
I feel like that's definitely like some GM, somebody somewhere in the office just wanted to make sure that, like, hey, this is my pick, and let it be known like they worked out. So I don't know, but it's definitely not because of the money. Not saying he's a great player. Definitely, like, love him on the team, love him for the team. It's just, let's see what AI says for some trade targets or free agents they should go after. But yeah, no, like I said, Pat Mahomes gets a new contract over there. I think Myles Garrett got a contract extension over at the Rams. Man, we were saying, where do the Rams get all this money and these picks from to just make whatever move they want?
You know, it's that Kroenke money. He'd rather put it into the Rams than the Nuggets.
Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, gosh, like, you don't even spend like $10 for every million that you spend on the Rams and the Nuggets, and we'd be good, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even care. They don't even come to the Nuggets press conferences and stuff. Josh was just at the Avs conference. He couldn't even come over to the Nuggets and say what's up. He's like, I don't even talk to you guys right now. Like,
And that's just capitalism backfiring kind of in a way, because I'm a firm believer that there should never be, if you're an owner, it should only be limited to one sport in the States. You could own, because he owns an football club as well and all that. Kroenke owns the Avalanche, the Nuggets, the Rams, and then something else. And he's also part of the Walton Penner group in terms of through his via marriage. He's married to a Walton.
Oh yeah, because they're like in-laws.
Yeah, he's married into the Walton family, and the Walton Penner group, extends to his wife. And so he's a part owner technically by law of the Denver Broncos. So it's one of those things where that reflects negatively on the teams that he owns. When you own 4 teams, how do you spread your money around? How can you afford to do all these things? You can't.
You can't. So you just don't spend any money on the Nuggets. You just hope that
exactly.
they work out.
Exactly. The same with the Avalanche. We relied on Landeskog to come back and do all these things, and we relied on him to be the captain coming back. And that's just not how it should have gone. I mean, Nathan McKinnon is our captain. He has been our captain. And we needed to move up and out of Landeskog. And when we get him back, great, awesome. But we needed to move on from that and define a leader for this team that's been there, done it. I get, Landeskog had a pretty severe injury and all this and that, but I mean, that's something that we should have moved up and off of a while ago in terms of who our captain is, and have build that camaraderie around the consistency, which is, Nathan McKinnon. And, it's the same with Denver, and the Nuggets, and Kroenke just doesn't want to put money into it. That's why we can't even watch our own teams on TV, is because he has conflicts with media groups, because he's also into the media game. So it's just one of these things where it's just like, you can't even put up the money to afford a broadcasting station so we can watch our own local teams. Like, that's just horribly disgusting. It's bad practice in an owner.
LA's expensive, bro.
Yeah,
LA's expensive, bro. He ain't no trillionaire. He ain't no Elon.
Yeah. And it's just it puts a burden on a team that could be thriving. Sell the damn team to an owner that's going to focus 100% of their time into that team specifically. Don't allow these owners and these stupid rich guys to go in and just own and monopolize on whatever they think is going to make them money. It's not just money. This is passion to a lot of people. I'm a very passionate sports enthusiast, and it kills me when there's no passion in Denver right now when it comes to our basketball team.
Well, has it ever been though? It hasn't. Joker fell in their lap, and they just happened to blossom. Him and Murray, they just didn't trade their players away. So them being stubborn is what helped out their favor in winning that championship. It wasn't the fact that they just knew what they were doing and went out and scouted. They picked Joker during the Taco Bell commercial. It was like, all right, just take him. Like, he's big. He's big, dude. And they were just looking for a backup for freaking what's his name.
And he was a slow development. He wasn't like Cooper Flag, where he came into the league and he developed, and it took him a long time. He played under God, I can't even think of
the other center. I know you're talking about, but he was definitely, he played a backup. He was drinking 2 liters of whatever soda he could get, and definitely not in shape. So it wasn't like they knew exactly what they were getting into with that. They kind of just fell into having the best basketball player in the world in their backyard. But no, like it's always been like that, man. Even the days when they had, Carmelo, like, they did have Chauncey Billups and an older Chauncey Billups, right? They had an
Yeah.
older AI. Like it was always like the older version of the star, right? Like it wasn't like the star when they were the star. And then Carmelo, yes, Carmelo is definitely a Hall of Famer for sure. Props to Melo, and he brought Nuggets basketball back into relevancy, but he wasn't obviously, wasn't a LeBron James, right? Like he wasn't the Dwayne Wade. I don't know, like I'm just saying, like the Nuggets have always been that team
And they've
where it's just
gotten
like
lucky. They've
good
gotten lucky
enough.
where they need it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've gotten lucky where they need it. We could have had Dwayne Wade. We picked Carmelo over Dwayne Wade.
Carmelo Anthony, right? Like imagine having that two guard over here dominating, right? Like granted, I mean, even Dwayne Wade and Billups, I think they could have been a dynamic duo right there, right?
Yeah.
Stop those two. Let me see where you go. Like stuff like that. We wouldn't have had to go after, I don't know. I just feel like, and now it's the fact that we did win the championship with Murray, that he's like seen as like this superstar player, and it's like, what are we doing? Let's just take the value while we have the value, take the money and run. The song tells you
Yeah.
exactly what to do. Take the money and run.
Yeah. And we just need that passionate, young, innovative owner because the Cronkies
Yeah.
just don't cut it. The Cronkies just don't cut it. We need a Mark Cuban. We need somebody who's going to come in and be like, no, I don't need a GM. I am the GM. No, I don't need a vice president. I am the vice president.
And they're
This is
not
how I
gonna
want the
sell
team to
it,
go.
unfortunately. They're about to build a new freaking whole area for the Nuggets.
Yeah. And it's all based off of money, marketing, and how much return are we going to get off of this investment. And this isn't an investment, it's a sport.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just don't think the Nuggets will be winning a championship again anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot. Broncos are looking solid, man. Broncos, if they get healthy Bo Nix back and everything goes good, we're looking at, returning to a deep run again. And now we're on everyone's radar. And we're not the underdog team that's overlooked anymore. We're looking at everyone's looking at us like, oh no, like this is a team.
Yep.
And especially with our upgrades where we have a true defined wide receiver 1 with Cortland Sutton as our 2. It's exactly what we're talking about with like the Nuggets, like where Cortland Sutton is our Jamal Murray right now, where the Broncos made that move. They made that push, and they're like, no, we're going to get a defined wide receiver 1. And now Cortland Sutton's going to have his moment to shine because it's going to be that duo. It's going to be that ugly, nasty duo where you get Waddle making these deep catches, keeping corners and DBs on their feet and on their toes. And then you're going to see Cortland Sutton just out there wide out in the open. And it's going to look great. We're going to have Brian out there, making some great catches on a slot run. We're going to have Mims out there doing a special teams deep run and then following up with, a RPO pass to him on the wideout. It's good. They have so many options now with really just that small change. And that's what the Nuggets need. They need to find that defining player, make that heavy change, and have some of these guys sit back and get overpaid, restructure their contracts if they have to, figure it out, but make competition in Denver Nuggets court again. Put it back in the players' hands. Be like, do you want to be a starter? Because this player is really – he's really showing up and showing out, and he's about to start making the money you're making. If you want to keep your contract, you want to keep your check, you better start playing out.
Yeah, exactly. Make it a competition every day and challenge, and we'll see a championship team for sure. Or every day in practice, and we'll see a championship team. I think I think that is definitely true. And like you said, with the Broncos, we are about to see hopefully a more unlocked Cortland Sutton, right? Like, he's going to have nothing to do but catch 50-50 balls. That's his only job now. Like, your job as far as, like, going out and doing stuff, now all you do is just go catch 50-50 balls. You don't have to be the man. You don't have to get double teamed or nothing. They don't know who to guard. Evan Ingram, just go across the middle. Now you have to do is just catch your slant routes, man. Like, just catch the ball up the middle. Like, you're good to go now. You don't have to worry about, like, all this pressure in the middle, right? We got freaking a new running back, right? So when a running back goes down, when Dobbins is hurt, we're not worried about just having this thin core. Like, we're prepared for this. We got more size coming up the middle. So I definitely expect to see the Broncos as a more well-rounded team going into this season. Like we talked about earlier with the contract issues. When you clear up money, man, you got people's money right. They're good to go. They're ready to work, right? So you got Sean Payton coming in ready to work. Doing nothing but do best, just kick back and be the head coach, right? They got a new OC. The OC is going to come in there and call the plays, and with him handling the play calling, man, all Sean Payton has to do is just come in and make sure the team's good to go and in order and doing what they need to be doing and where they need to be, right? So he can actually look at the defense and check on them from time to time and check in on the special teams and make sure they're not jacking it up, because they have been that weak point lately, so it'll be good for him. He knows he doesn't have to worry about if he's going to be gone after this year. If he can stay as long as he wants. He's 62, so he's probably going to be retiring soon at some point anyway. So he doesn't have to worry about if he's going to get pushed out early or not. He just comes in and goes to work, right? And then you have freaking oh man, like I don't know. I'm just looking forward to see a really good Broncos team this season. Like it's a contract year for Riley Moss, so he's gonna have to step it up a lot more. He's been guarding Jalen Waddle in practice in the offseason training, so you know what? That's making him a lot better, right? Like his biggest flaw is not being able to stick with shifty receivers. So he's been guarding one of the shiftiest receivers in the league. So I think that'll help him, right? Like I don't know, man. Up and down, this team is just. I feel good about the Broncos, although it's going to be a hard season, right? Like teams have improved too, like around the league, and they got their, upgrades as well. But man, they got to look out for us also.
Yeah, absolutely. There's big movements happening around the league, like you just said, but nothing bigger than, what the Broncos have done and built off of. And that's the craziest thing, is that we made it as far as we did, came up just a little short on a fluke injury that, sucks, but it happened. And everyone knows that, if Bo Nix was playing that game against the Patriots, that it was going to go our way. It was in our stadium. It was in our conditions with an unexperienced quarterback. And, I think that's the only missing link the Broncos have, is a sufficient backup quarterback.
Yep, because they definitely don't want to roll out what's his name. I don't even remember his name anymore, but it would be nice to go get a solid backup quarterback, right? Like it would have been nice to have maybe, slid and probably stash Tua over here on the bench, right? And just have him, hey, Tua, you could just kick it, bro. Come in, no pressure, just win us the game when needed and do your thing, right? Like that's what I want to see. Let's see a backup quarterback who's already shown and proven that they can play and do their thing for sure. Like, heck,
big one is Malik Willis.
What's his name for the Jets? Geno. Malik Willis would have been nice, but he's getting his starting shot. I like him getting his starting shot though. But yeah, he would have been a solid backup for sure, and like moving forward. Yeah, no, I think it'll, and then, huh?
I was going to say Malik Willis came up under some really good quarterbacks.
That's what I was going to say. So I was about to say, down in Miami, he's going to turn some heads, man. He has a chance to really show something, because, man, I haven't seen their schedule, but I imagine it's not the hardest schedule. Like, haven't been the best team. So I think he'll have a chance to do some good next season, like come out and get some really good experience under his belt. And we're about to see something from, because I mean, they did draft a quarterback, but it was like a late draft. It wasn't like they really drafted to pressure him. So,
and people just forget like who Malik Willis came up under. I mean, he's learned from Marcus Mariota. He's learned from Ryan Tannehill. He's learned from Jordan Love. He's learned from old to young to he's learned from like every different direction of like style of play from a quarterback. So, I mean, he really knows how to go out there and be that game changer based off what he's learned. He's a great. And I guess that's probably how I put it, is that he's just like, he's the Christian Brown of quarterbacks, where he is a great off the bench player. We'll see how he does as a starter.
Right. We'll see him as a starter. See how he does as a starter. Hopefully he does. Yeah. Hopefully he does great as a starter, I'll say.
Yeah. One of my favorite stories about Malik Willis is when He was at the combine, and there was a video that went viral about him giving out his combine clothing to a homeless guy right outside of the combine. There's a homeless guy with like no shoes or something like that, and like just real dirty, raggedy clothes. And Malik Willis is out there opening his suitcase, just giving him whatever he can. And so he's a play. He's one of those like players that performs even off the field, where like he's one of those people that deserves everything that is happening for him success wise, because he is just an overall good human being. And I love to see that in a player when they show that humanity and that humility to people. And it's one of those people that deserves success. So I hope the best for Malik Willis for sure.
Yes. Look at that shout out. He's just saying that because he played for the Titans, y'all. I'm gonna fool you.
I'm not even gonna lie, absolutely, because Will Levis did not deserve the spot over Malik Willis. That was the biggest turning point for me, where I was upset. I was genuinely upset that they ever gave him a chance in a Titans jersey.
Yeah, that was weird. They just completely did not give him a chance. Just overlooked the 1 year they had a chance to even give him a chance, and they didn't even. So weird. Yeah. But that's. I don't know. He gets a shot now. That shows you stick with it, man. You'll get your shot for sure. The
Titans are my Denver Nuggets right now. I mean, we gave up on Mike Vrabel and Malik Willis the same year, man. So to see them strive and have success elsewhere, it's good to see, but it also irks me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna hurt too, right? You're like, dang, Donovan Mitchell, come back. I need you. No.
Yeah.
What about music?
With music,
AI says out.
We had, I think, probably the big one that I haven't taken a listen to yet. It's been a busy week for me, so I haven't had a chance to listen to anything that came out on Friday. But Ludacris and Glorilla came out with a track. Real hustler. Yeah.
Dang, Ludacris is on his side quest mission now.
Yeah, for real. Well, the Fast and Furious money ain't as big as it used to be, so.
He's like, can we get some of that Toy Story buzz? What's going on, man?
But yeah, we had that track. Kodak Black came out with a mixtape. One thing that I love to see is Tusi came out with a new track. I know we took a listen a few weeks ago to one of his tracks. He has another track out called Yesterday. Definitely like a more heartfelt song. I like it overall. I did listen to that one. That's the one track I did get a chance to listen to. But it combines our world right now, because I mean, Tusi's doing great things for college football right now. He's playing football, got back into that, and he's also still putting out music. So it's everything that the bus stop is.
Okay. We'll see. We might have to look that up.
What you been listening to?
Sports podcast. But in the music world, let me pull up my playlist. Last song I listened to is Just a Little Bit by 50 Cent. I did watch a hip hop story last night.
Yeah, we were talking about that before we came live. Definitely, that's something I gotta watch now.
I mean, it's crazy. It starts off like, oh man, it's super relevant too. I guess obviously it came out in 2024, so it's pretty updated and relevant. But just the way it started off, like he did a good job. I'll just say, check it out. He did a really good job. Like, shoot, some of the tracks they were spitting on there, because they like remade songs. I guess they had to like remake the song as a funny version. But I was like, damn, dude, spitting, man. But no, nothing new for me this week. I checked out a little bit of the Iceman album. Been listening to it here and there. I think great.
Yeah, and everything that I've heard off of it, I haven't like given it an in-depth listen myself. But there's nothing like he can have all the records he wants with streams and plays and all that, but he's not. It's just like Lil Wayne's Carter 6 album, where there's nothing huge or memorable or something that like is gonna be that shifted the culture in any sense, in any way. I mean, it's just one of those albums that he put it out. It's getting all these like streams, blah blah blah. But there's nothing that is a defining track on there. There's nothing on there that people are like, "Have you heard this track?" Like, it's just not
It's
one of those
basic.
albums. Yeah,
It's basic.
yeah.
That's it. Point blank. It's pretty basic, and I mean, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. But I haven't really been listening to a whole lot of music this past week, just with their work and everything. Just trying to, I don't know.
And we're not Drake haters. We were talking just on the last podcast.
No.
I mean, we want old Drake back. It's just like Kanye. It's just like I want 2005 Kanye. I want 2010 Drake.
Oh shoot, Kanye's coming out with an album on the 19th, right?
Is he?
Next Friday? Yeah.
Another one?
Bully 2, I think. His wife directed one of his videos. Like the video he just dropped for it.
Bianca.
Yeah, she directed the video.
Okay.
So Bully, not Bully 2, just Bully. I guess it's just called Bully. But it's dropping on the 19th.
Okay. And that's got to be...
Oh, no, I guess Bully 2 is coming out on the 19th. This Bully was released on the March 28th.
Yeah, I was going to say this has got to be like a remastered version or something, or like a extended edition if it's Bully, because that just came out not so long ago. That's when he did his little 2 nights in LA show. That was actually pretty big. Yeah, Bully 2 or the deluxe edition of Bully releases.
Oh, Bully Deluxe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the video Gemini season, that's what's coming. Or that's what just dropped. That's the video she directed. Super weird. He just walk up. I just watched the beginning, like pouring milk down this chick and just just drinking it, and he was just spilling it on her. I was like, dang, that's weird. And then it just clicked off. All right, Kanye. I was like, I guess. But yeah. So okay, deluxe album.
Yeah, and it's just I have the same opinion on that one, where it's a basic album. There's nothing on there that's pivotal. There's nothing on there that touches anything from College Dropout or any of his other albums that matches up. There's just no defining track on there that changed the culture and how it sees it, where everyone's bumping it and everyone's listening to it.
I feel like, he ran out of stuff to talk about a long time ago.
Yeah. I think Donda was the closest thing
to Jesus Walk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's just no more. He's worldwide. Where I mean, he thrived off of Chicago, and Chicago loved being from Chicago. Me having family from there and going out to Chicago all the time. Like, it's not, you don't go out there and not hear Kanye being bumped somewhere, and it's all older. Nobody's bumping his new stuff in Chicago, and it's just going away from your roots.
Yeah, because you got friggin' what's his name been killing it, man. Chance.
Yeah,
it's his city now.
Yeah, and that's last time I was on Chicago, sitting out on Navy Pier. That was what I heard was some Chance the Rapper getting played out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he stayed dropping hot fire. All right,
all it took was a divorce.
Tootsie. Let's see. Check this out. Wait. I think I might have the wrong Tootsie. Is it Toosii?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh dang. They just got his old stuff. Let's see releases.
Yeah, his new release is yesterday. And there's no official video.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it's called, Yesterday? Oh, the release was yesterday. It's just a single?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, Let's put it on some sports/music mix. Love it. Let's get it. Come on.
Still on the same time as yesterday. Usually it's no, but you say yes today. But I like your love, I kiss the ground at your feet. You run in my mind like you in a track meet. Say how you feeling, how you blessed today. Hope I could relieve some of your stress today. Every time that she leave, I tend to get a little weak. I've been missing your smile and I ain't seen you in weeks. And I ain't talked to you since yesterday. Calling your phone cause I miss you. I can't wait to kiss you, baby, I'ma get with you. Oh yeah, got a new fling, I crop on my the picture. Babe, I put that man inside of a switcher. Don't you know I'm down to go where you go? You don't give your heart because it's too cold. You're all on my mind just like a loophole. You don't give your heart because it's too cold. And I don't think that you know. You deserve the world on the same time as yesterday. Usually it's no, but you say yes today. But I like your love, I kiss the ground at your feet. You run in my mind like you in a track meet. Say how you feeling, how you blessed today. Hope I could relieve some of your stress today. Every time that she leave, I tend to get a little weak. I've been missing your smile and I ain't seen you in weeks. And I ain't talked to you since yesterday. I miss the feeling of your touch, the feeling of your skin, the feeling of your love, the feeling of you feeling on my body, it's enough. But I miss you when we talk, so when I call, pick it up. I'm on Pluto, I'm delusional, you say you know, okay, kudos. If you get a second kid, call me, I'm Uno. Just for a second, can we speak? Cause damn, I miss your smile and I ain't still on the same time as yesterday. Usually it's no, but you say yes today. But I like your love, I kiss the ground at your feet. You run in my mind like you in a track meet. Say how you feeling, how you blessed today. Hope I could relieve some of your stress today. Every time that she leave, I tend to get a little weak. I've been missing your smile and I ain't seen you in weeks. And I ain't talked to you since yesterday.
Like I said, a little bit more heartfelt and everything like that. So I mean, I think it's unique in a sense that he's doing double duty right now, where he's doing college football right now. He's putting in the work there. He's making a name for himself in the college football world, plus also still keeping his musical career going, and incorporating a little mixture of that, talking about track meets and everything like that, incorporating music and sports, which is everything we do, which is unique and cool.
Yes, sir. That's what the bus stop is about. Sports and music. Music and sports. That's life, right? Name
Right.
something else in life. Nothing. I don't know what else there is.
Yeah, and then we got a couple other releases. We got Polo G that released a track, Weight on My Shoulders. We got G Herbo, a little Herb Edition. And then I've never heard of Blast with an X. Have you heard of Blast with an X? BLXST. And it's the Labor of Love album that was released. I haven't had a chance to listen to this artist. I don't know anything about them at all. They're on my list, but
let's see what it is. BLXST. Get them on here. See if it's gas. See if it's overrated. We'll do.
He's out of LA.
Right back. That's a good one to start.
I give it all back if I knew it wouldn't help. I done lost money, never lost myself. What's a real friend if we ain't locked in? I can count on one hand who the last one's left. Look inside the mirror, had to ask myself, am I gonna keep complaining about how sad I felt? I'm putting BTA, don't make me grab my belt. They say they want that cash, yeah, that blast top shelf. Don't bring up the past, got me thinking about betrayal. Don't tell me you love me unless you with me taking L's. You know I'm the ego, ain't no problem flying along. Whoever flocking with me, gotta let it be known. Is this what I get in return for what I shown? Thought it was love, but it's a dove, I was wrong. Now I gotta reset, redo it. Don't worry, I get right back to it, right back. right back to it. Like I never left, I gotta show him how I do it. Right back, let me get right back to it. All I know is how to get it back if I lose it. Right back, hey, right back to it. Like I never left, I gotta show him how I do it. Most don't count. You gotta pour your whole heart. I'm reaping everything that I sow. The seed gotta grow. My lineage ain't never even seen this before. Where I come from, used to dream of this road. Get a lump sum of that green cause I'm low. I'm glad I touched some, but believe me it don't fix everything, hey believe me it won't. Funny, I remember used to take it as a joke when Cold World said it was better being broke. Well, I've died empty, I'm going out of goat. And talk nice, so I'm going out of throat. I'm raising two kings, God gifted me hope. The lyrics I sing, they can live by these quotes. Take notes, the pain is the way back. Another day, another chance, you can chase that. Reset, redo it. Don't worry, I get right back to it. Right back to it. Like I never left, I gotta show him how I do it. Right back, let me get right back to it. All I know is how to get it back.
Something I did not know that I just learned about Blast. He is signed to Eagle Records, which it's kind of just one-off label out of LA, but he's also signed to Red Bull Music. I didn't even know Red Bull had a record label. You're on mute. I think you're muted right now.
I am muted. I was saying that's kind of freaking smart, right? They don't have to pay for to write some music when they have their events. They just build up their own roster and have their own label going. It sounds like they're on the right track.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I like it, honestly. Overall, that was gas.
That was gas. I'm with it. At first, I was like, but then, like quickly. At first, it was like probably like the first second. I was like, wait, what? And then quickly, I feel like it jumped into it. I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
Yeah, no,
right back to it.
That one track has me wanting to listen to all the other ones that he's put out to kind of see, is that what are him and Tusi like one of the same with their styles, or has he changed it up quite a bit? And is there some more energetic LA vibing tracks?
There's funny on his playlist is on. It has Wale as the next track, and I was gonna say it kind of got that Wale vibe from it.
Definitely. Yeah, no, this is me learning that Red Bull has a record label. So I'm gonna have to take a look at that and see their artists and everything and kind of dig into that and see what Red Bull Records is doing.
Red Bull Records artists.
And they even have their own music academy too. Red Bull Music Academy.
5 Knives. It's one of the artists. Yeah. It's kind of smart, I'm telling you. Like, just especially like something on the scale they're on. Man,
right? They do everything.
That's one less thing they have to spend money on. That's
it's one of those really.
Let's go join the Red Bull. Let's go join their label. We can be some agents for them. Got some talent. We tell them we got gas with price segment. We'll find them.
It reminds me of you watched Ballers, right? You've seen it. Russell Brand when he's doing that his own company in that show. Where like he's just it's like extreme sports. Yeah, extreme sports company. That's what I feel like with Red Bull. Just like they just do everything, don't they?
We just do it all. Why not?
Gonna see Red Bull restaurants here soon.
Shoot. They just had the Red Bull
at Empower Field, yep.
At Empire Field. They just had it out there. Yeah, I was just watching that. I was like, dang, okay.
Yeah, the soapbox.
Yeah. They do. Oh, that's crazy, man. How much they built out and then they've resorted back to those old crappy commercials. The commercials are getting better. Now you've got the old crappy ones again.
Yeah, no, they're kind of crazy with it, honestly, in terms of like what they're doing. Maybe they need a sports network service. Maybe we need to reach out to Red Bull ourselves and put Shady Sports powered by Red Bull.
Oh man, I really wish I could put up this this Karl Anthony Towns video. So funny. like a bad lip sync Karl Anthony Towns video. I know where I sent it. Shoot, what else? What else we got, mate?
TK put out a new track, it looks like. But
Who?
I thought he was locked. TK. Thought he was locked up. I don't know if that's a out of jail release or what. But then we got Ludacris and Glorilla. If you want to take a listen to that, see how that is.
Don't, but I guess it can. In a hip hop story, they have Ludacris.
Oh man.
Here, let me.
It's as cheesy as it sounds.
Damn, man, I'm mad Reem ain't here so he can brag like he was rolling with the Knicks the whole time. Like he wasn't stuck on OKC.
He was anti-Knicks until they started making a deep run. They started sweeping. Once they started sweeping everybody, he was just like, nah, Knicks is it. Knicks got it.
Knicks got it, bro. All right. Let's see. Ludacris and Glorilla. All I see is pull over. Oh, here, Real Hustle.
Yeah, Real Hustler.
On your timeline, another prospect's ad. Download that.
Dang, Drewski is everywhere, bro. He do commercials for cover with everybody.
Event contracts on Robinhood.
It's the real hustler. It's the real flow. It's the
You
real
hear this?
hustler. It's the real. It's the real hustler. It's the real flow. It's the real hustler. It's the real flow. It's the real hustler. It's the real flow. It's the real hustler. It's the real flow.
They be like, be hustling. I be like, no, you not, bitch. Still with your Bentley's not the same one in this cockpit. I'm fly with it. Then I hit it from the front to the back, but she love it when I hit it from the side with it. They call me little with the drop top Chevrolet. Got dibs all about your girl. Ho, I be ballin' all day, every day. Got cribs all around the world. To 100,000 to 100 mil, go fly all in my mouth. I hit the dealership and go and get another grip. Don't need to get specific. One of the richest rappers on the planet. Who got spots on the Pacific? Who got yachts on the Atlantic? I just bought a house in the motherland, America. I'm acting out. Still see me on the Forbes list. Fuck y'all niggas talking about.
It's the real. It's the real. It's the real.
Y'all know the fuck going on. Whole lot of Memphis shit, nigga.
It's the real. It's the real. It's the real.
They be like, be hustling. I be like, no, you not, bitch. Came from the bottom, ho. I blow your top, bitch. Slow with it. Memphis, we so with it. Yeah, we the type to snatch your wig and mop the flow with it. Don't spit it in half, but with my cash, I'm not the Sherman type. Fuck you nigga, didn't put him out on his ass. I'm not the current type. I'm all about my type. Yup, that's me with all them bottles. Bitch, you know your niggas are suckers. But I can make him swallow, cause he know they go to the ass. Oh, but my wallet real. I get that bread first, then get that head out. But he played out. This boss bitches united. Drank a smoke and pour it and light it. Cause this hustle convention. And bro, bitches, y'all ain't invited.
I like it.
Oh. That was way better than I expected it to be. Little Chris was spitting on it. I was spitting too.
That's old school Luda.
Yeah. I was expecting like to pull over Luda. That's what I was like, nah, it's gonna be commercial. It was no, he was spitting. That was tight. Okay, I'm with it.
Yeah, no, that was it right there. I like it. That was full fro Luda.
Okay, that's gas. That's gas. Nice.
I think that's we got Kodak Black too. I'm cool with not listening to anything else. I think that's a good ending note. The honorable mentions is Kodak Black. He came out with the mixtape. We got TK. We got G Herbo. Tory Lanez, which is doing like a legendary Logic run right now where he's just releasing something every week at this point. Finally not seeing Logic on any of my lists.
Yo, the Twister released a mixtape? Adrenaline Rush 2026.
Man, that
Yeah, yo, man. Shot star, what it do?
Hold on.
What's the what it do, my Miller? CBN. Coffee Brothers North, what up? You bitch made, I'm a main nigga, I never switch lanes. I whip stages, still getting paid, fucking with big grade. Just
Yo,
got a
this real?
fresh bill, posted in that ATL, condo at the 12, money machine, count mail, digital scale, cooking on the mic and start slicing, and dicing time flying on the right part-time priming rap, Iron Mike Tyson, Kimbo slicing. Lightning, I go for low prices. I'm with a Pico, taking 4 for the Trezo, 24 for a kilo.
Now, bro.
Die for them Cheetos, I kill a nigga like Pilo. Squeezing that Ego, selling dope in my Pico. Guns in that garbage, they chopper up in that Pico. Selling that Jimmy Moore and Ash and Cushion. Rapping, they selling no more niggas, turn back to push this. What up? I see nothing but hustlers and killers, but it is that. We're all the lost individuals, my niggas talk too much shit and these bitches is all in my business. So I'm chasing my dream as I write to the beat. It's like glimmers of hope, but they don't pay the bills, and I miss the heat. So it's like a life in the street. I see nothing but hustlers and killers, but it is that. We're all the lost individuals, my niggas talk too much shit and these bitches is all in my business. So I'm chasing my dream as I write to the beat. It's like glimmers of hope, but they don't pay the bills, and I miss the heat. So it's like a life in the street. Lost in these motherfucking ways. I try, but I
Dang. That's why
if that is real.
It's like an hour long. It's like a whole mixtape right here. So is this a real mixtape? I don't know.
Everything I'm looking at, it's not seeming like it actually is official or anything. But that was my first that was my first Chicago artist. Twista and Do or Die were Chicago for me. I grew up listening to Twista heavy and Do or Die because, you know, they were from Chicago. And Twista, legendary run. Legendary. I mean, from his Kamikaze, from the Adrenaline Rush album to Kamikaze, Category 5, The Day After, I listened to all of them. He was one of the big influences on me and my style and how I started to do music and my wordplay and everything like that. My lyricism had a lot to do with Twista and being able to just there's no imitating him at all, but getting as close as I could from, you know, Denver to Tongue Twista. Tongue Twista is crazy. He was the first fast rapper I knew. Everything he did was crazy. And so, I mean, I got a lot of love for Twista. I mean, if that's legit and official, like, I will be bumping that for a long time.
I'm gonna bump it anyway. Shoot, Young Mouth was like the same thing for me. Shoot, that was my favorite West Coast artist, Young Mouth, man. I love it when he come out on stuff like that too. Like just, you know, come out with like gutter raw. I just love that just, it's not gangster rap, it's just straight just gutter rap. I feel like just this is what it is. Let me just break something down for you real quick. But no, like that, I'm definitely about to be bumping that. So I don't mind playing the one more. I thought that was cool to throw. I had to throw it in. I was like, if it is real, that's dope.
Right. I think that's it on the music for sure.
Cool, man. Yeah, no, I think that's shoot. We touched on quite a bit. It's always crazy. We're like, oh well, we got this to talk about, right? We'll talk about this, and then we talk for like 3 days. So I'm with it. I love it. Every time on the bus stop, y'all got to come hang with us, man. We're here every Sunday. You have been watching the bus stop. I don't know if we even said the title of the show. I've been putting it up there in the comments, but right, we had a lot to talk about. The Knicks won the finals for the first time in 53 years. I feel like we've had the opportunity to be able to see quite a bit of first in our lifetimes, right? We see, you know, Kansas City come out and win their title that's named after, you know, their owner, and they finally win it after it being the name change. We see, you know, the Nuggets win their title. We see the Raptors win a title. We got to see, like you said, we saw the streak of the back-to-back champs end, and we've seen nothing but 10 new champions in the NBA season for So that's a decade of just nothing but a new champion every year. Like, you don't know, and it's not even like, oh, well, this team almost won it last year, right? Like, they were close for the past. It's been like entirely new teams for almost both sides every year. That's been cool, right? We see, in the NFL, we're seeing, like I said, we saw the Chiefs come and go on their run. We see, the new Rams win a champ. Just like things that you wouldn't think you should see, are things that, like, it's like, oh, well, this seems normal, but it hasn't happened in 50 years, right? Like, it happens. People have lived their whole lives and did not see it happen once, and it happened. And I think we've had the luxury of being able to see cool things like that, right? We were able to see the end of Michael Jordan, see the entire LeBron run, right? Or see, like, all these superstars, the Tom Brady run, stuff like that. Like, we can look back as we get older and say, I did see these legends, firsthand. This is like our, like, our Spinks and Tyson, and Evander Holyfield Tyson matches, right? Like, these are our, like, classic, like, heavyweight fights, and it's been quite a bit. I mean, even just the NBA alone with the new champions is like, dang, like, we were able to see so and so get a ring. Like, so many people have gotten rings. It's wild to watch, man. Like, it's been cool to watch, I just want to say.
Definitely. And that's so many years to come. That's the exciting thing about sports, is that we're going to see something different every single year, regardless of the sports. It's why we do what we do on our podcast and everything like that, is because there's always something to talk about with it, whether it be sports or music. I mean, things are going to change so much, and we're going to touch on so many things. We're not going anywhere. We're going to keep going with Shady Sports. As long as there's sports and music, which we know it's not going anywhere. Even just in the years to come, we have the Indiana Bears. We have
right.
We'll
talk about the Indiana Bears. See J. Cole go join another team for another weak contract or something. Right?
Yeah, we have Kansas Chiefs this year. We have 2 expansion NBA teams coming. We have so many things that are happening.
Yeah.
We'll see if we ever talk about a Colorado Rockies World Series.
Hey, don't count out this young group of Rockies, man. They got some fire behind them. They can. This young squad looks like they can do something.
They're doing decent. They've had some walk-off wins this season. It's nothing of what we were talking about last year. They're up and coming. They're still last place, but not by much. Nope. I mean, we are almost dead even in our wins and losses. We have like 10 losses over our wins right now. So that's an up and coming team where, things are changing. The culture is changing within the Rockies. So you never know. The Knicks won a championship. Anything could happen.
Yep. So, hey, anything could happen. Anything is possible, especially in the bus stop. I don't have anything else to touch on.
Same.
You got any breaking news? Nothing crazy, nothing wild. Let's see if anything happened in the past hour since we've been on here. Oh yeah, the World Cup's going on.
Yep, World Cup.
USA demolished Paraguay. So we'll see if that keeps going. They got finally got a scorer on that new forward or the new striker, the young striker. What's his name? Not Pulisic. What's the other guy? I don't know. I've just been reading about it, trying to act like I know about it. But I mean, we finally got a squad that can hold their own, it seems like. So maybe we'll see USA make it.
Yeah, they can make a heavy run for sure.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully. That'd be tight. That'd be tight, right? Especially since it's here, right? They're not letting nobody else in, so we should be winning it all. Nobody else can get into play, so I don't know what's going on, but we'll see. I think that was the goal, right? Make sure.
Yeah.
No, but for reals. Hopefully they make a good run for it. And I guess, with basketball over, I'll probably be watching more World Cup these next few days, next few weeks, see how it goes.
Exactly. We have 87 days and counting until NFL season. So
87 days. Is that until like preseason?
Till regular season kicks off.
Oh no, we got like 2 months, right? Because then they'll start practicing. We start seeing stuff about it in preseason and August. So
early September preseason. Yeah,
When's the
early
Hall of Fame
season
game?
I know we talked about that last week. What was it last week? It's not an exciting game in terms of matchups.
But when is it? Hey Siri, when's the Hall of Fame game?
August 6th. And it's it's Cardinals and Panthers.
Woohoo! Be exciting.
Yeah, that's
But
a
it's football.
Thursday. So yeah, it's our first Thursday game of the season. It'll be in the preseason. Obviously, it kicks off everything for the 2026-27 NFL season. So that'll be our first taste 4 days after my birthday. So be a nice little late gift.
There we go. Well, there we go. We'll have something to talk about on your birthday.
Yeah. And that'll be 6 p.m. start time. 6 p.m. start time. Our time.
Woohoo!
8 p.m.
Cool. Want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there going into next weekend. In case we forget, happy Father's Day to y'all guys. Live it up. Get yourself a free ice cream cone, and then go walk it off.
Right.
Yeah. You're talking about what did you say your plans were for Father's Day?
I don't have any currently yet. Still in the works. Obviously, I'm going to do something. Just don't know what yet. Really, honestly, have the day with the kid. Have the day with the kid. Spend it with him. Kind of just see what happens. Don't really have anything on the books as of yet, really, but we'll see what turns up. I'm sure that something usually always happens where somebody reaches out and they want to do something. It's usually always like a lunch or something. So we'll see how it happens.
There you go. There you go, guys. Buy us coffee, buy us lunch for Father's Day. You want to support us. There we go. Get Statik to lunch on Father's Day. Hashtag Statik lunch.
Right. Right. Come join me.
There we go. You heard it here first. Cool, man. Yeah, no, I got nothing else. This is a great episode, bro. I think it was pretty fun.
Absolutely.
One person show up and say hi, and I forget their name. Where are they at? It's like Ed Levitated joined in earlier, and then we had a couple of people on the Instagram stream. Thank you guys for watching us. We bringing it. We getting ready for the football season for sure. Like you said, 87 days, but we definitely gonna be ramping up before that as the preseason kicks around and bringing the NFL season and bringing it in right for you guys over here at the bus stop on Shady Sports Network. So tune in with us. We're still coming at you Sundays talking sports and music, bringing you the updates on that New Music Fridays, updates around the NBA, NFL, NHL, any league out there. We're probably going to talk about it if we get to it. So send us your favorite league. I was watching this no backboard league the other day, and I don't know why I was watching it, but it was super interesting. So hey, if it's fun, I'll watch it, right? And we'll talk about it. But get it over to us. Check out Shady Sports Network. We do have live sports. We have boxing on yesterday. We have the Mountain West. We have their football games. We have some of their basketball games too. I think we have a couple other leagues that we simulcast over on our live channel. The Big Three basketball league is over on there as well. So keep rocking with us. We got some indoor leagues, indoor football leagues, spring leagues. I know the XFL just wrapped up with their championship game. Shout out to Louisville for winning the championship last night. I think they just pulled it away too. I think it was like an 8-point game. It was super close. It wasn't a blowout. So XFL is definitely picking it up with their skill level, seeing them starting to hold their own in the professional realm for sure as another football league. But yeah, catch it over here on Shady Sports Network, man. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Keep rocking with us, and we're gonna continue to bring it at the bus stop. I mean, this right here is fun for me. I feel like Statik and Reem love it too. So we still keep coming, chopping up about the sports and music. So come hang with us, and until then, thank you guys for watching. And again, happy Father's Day.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. changer.